I mean, look, if my maths works, that's 40. He's 47 goals behind Alan Shearer. He's going to be 32 in July. Now, if I'm not wrong, that release clause, again, if anyone in the chat can find this out for me, I think that release clause is for January next year. So he'll be coming up to 33 by the time he gets back to the Premier League. Is 47 goals do? I mean, you're looking at then two really good seasons at the age of 33 to be banging in goal.
Three and a half. Look at the striker he is. He's not like an Andy Cole that relies on pace, or Sergio Aguero or Thierry Henry. He is the definition of he can score from outside the box. He scores with his head. He scores with his left foot. I sound like Gary Neville doing that. He can score any type of goal. He is absolutely. I hate being linked to that twat. He is absolutely a goal scorer, and I think any team in the Premier League. I mean, Christ, I wouldn't bet against someone like Newcastle going and getting him. I genuinely wouldn't.
If they lose Isak,
if they lose Isak, that will. I cannot. I think he will go somewhere like that. These teams need goal scorers like that. They need them to function. He will come in, and I think 2 seasons at a minimum, he breaks that record.
Yeah, I don't know with Kane. Like, I agree on one thing. He's never had pace, and pace is always the first thing to go. Therefore, it doesn't really impact his game. I haven't watched him much in the Bundesliga. I know he's banging him in there. But I just look at his time in, what was the last tour? Was it Euros or a World Cup? I can't even remember. He was coming too deep. He was trying too much. He looked like he needed a break. He shouldn't have really gone to that tournament, in my opinion. He'd had a long season before it. I wouldn't want him at Forest. I know he'll probably score goals.
No, stop it.
Why?
You would roll out that red. You would put that shirt that's on the floor as a red carpet for that man. If
you wouldn't want Harry Kane at the City Ground.
Wolfie's the best. Wolfie's actually.
We had this debate. We had it on your stream, on your charity stream.
What you said. I would love to have heard what you said when Chris Wood was being signed for you.
Oh, I was calling him Deadwood. There we go.
Come on now.
He would fit, huh?
Deadwood.
Deadwood.
I thought you said Jedwood.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Wolfie,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go
you know what happened, right?
I haven't even said why yet.
Just before you know, Wolfie, if not enough Forest said Harry Kane, Wolfie would go from we're title challengers to we're winning it. We're doing it.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah, I'll be shameless if we got him. Like, don't get me wrong, but I don't want him. But I'll tell you why. Because we've already got Chris Wood, who's now pushing on 33 himself. What Forest need is a younger striker who can learn from a Chris Wood. I don't need to be a retirement home. We did it with Newcastle for the last couple of seasons when we got Chris Wood, who under Cooper, by the way, was utter crap. It wasn't until Nuno came in.
Surely
now
the profile there, though, surely there's a difference between
exactly what I'm coming on to.
Nuno, Chris Wood and a Harry Kane, right?
Yes, Nuno would suit. What's his name? Kane would suit Nuno's tactics. However, let's not forget he was there when Nuno was at Spurs, and how was he under him with Spurs? You know.
Yeah, but there's again the massive C word of context. You've got to remember that when Nuno came and took over Spurs, it was, hang on, Milan are going to score in the first minute. Milan have scored in 38 seconds. Santiago Jimenez against.
Oh, it had to be him, didn't it?
I would have loved him, by the way. 30 million euros.
It was this close to Forest in the summer, man.
Oh, Marmoush was close. This player's close. 30 million euros. Santiago Jimenez. Anyway, Wolfie, I did hear what you said just now, by the way. I remember when we did the 24-hour stream. By the way, I did the 24-hour stream. You popped on for an hour or two, right? When I did the 24-hour charity stream, I remember the rows during that 24 hours were brilliant. And by the way, Wolfie, I've got another one on the 7th of March, this time for a dog charity, because my dog, for anyone who doesn't know, is slowly fading away to doggy heaven. And yeah, I remember those conversations though. I remember those conversations, Wolfie. But guys, let's be fair. Surely in life, there's 3 things guaranteed: death, taxes, right? And Harry Kane will score no matter which football club he goes to. I don't foresee any football club in the world where Harry Kane goes and we go, oh, he's not right for that. He is a predator. He's got.
But look at the Ronaldo. Look at the Ronaldo scenario. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, you're right.
He went back to Man U. He was still a goal scorer. Ended up being hounded out. You know, there's still now. I'm not saying Harry Kane's arrogance is anything like Ronaldo's, but I think for me there isn't that respect shown. Yes, big up crypto, but I don't think there's that respect shown anymore. Like if you go back to, you know, when we were slightly younger boys, when a legend comes back to your club, they're treated with the respect. I would have thought Ronaldo when he went back to Man U, Rashford and all the likes of them would have been just following him around, trying to copy everything he did as a role model. That doesn't happen anymore. You know, you go back to the days when football was football, where you had to earn the right to even get into the changing room by cleaning the boots and everything like that. Can you imagine footballers doing this? So Harry Kane coming as a role model isn't going to happen in this modern age. And Harry Kane coming back at that age, 32 or 33, whatever it is a short-term fix. And I don't want short-term fixes. I would much rather have someone like Ferguson from Brighton, who's still young. You don't let me finish my sentence. I would
need you to. Surely the sentence should have finished at Ferguson. You would want Harry Kane for 2 years rather than Evan Ferguson for 5 or 6. Surely.
No, because again, you got to put it into context. Because Chris Wood is on form right now. Harry Kane coming in does not mean that Chris Wood goes straight onto the bench.
Sure, it does.
How's Kane Yet if you bring a younger person in who can learn off that senior player, or you'd like to think would, who can develop into it, that for me makes better sense. This is not disrespecting Harry Kane. I'm just saying in the situation my club's in, I wouldn't want him.
I can't deal with that comment. I saw it before. I don't know if you're trolling or what.
He is trolling you. He is trolling.
Oh my God. I'm so glad you clarified that, Wolfie. I saw it
just
before.
Quickly, Dan, before I bring you in. Talking about trolling, guys, you're trolling me. Come on, we've got 92 likes. Come on, we've only had 1 subscriber throughout the show and 92 likes. I don't know what's happened. But in the last week, we've got very bad at this. So smash that like button and please subscribe to everyone on my channel. If any of my mods would be so kind to put the gentlemen, put their channel links into the show, that would be absolutely amazing, please. Dan, I mean, I love Wolfie. He's one of the greatest people I've met of YouTube. But sorry, if Harry Kane joined Nottingham Forest now, it doesn't mean that he'd replace Chris. I mean, what are we doing here?
I can't. And the thing is, Wolfie, you know it as well as I do, my guy. You absolutely know if Harry Kane come in and Nuno started him on the bench for 3 or 4 games and you were on a bit of a losing streak, you'd be saying, why have we brought him in? Why have we brought him in? He should be starting. Yeah. I can't. And actually, there's a comment by Beyond72 there that I think is spot on. Harry Kane doesn't just score goals. This guy... For so long in the Premier League, the assists he was getting season in, season out. I think this guy could honestly go to any team.
Wait. So how is it okay that you wouldn't take him at United? Sav, would you take him back as first?
No, Wolfie. I would take him. But what I'm saying is, if I was to say I'd take him now 100%. But I think the way that Manchester United have paid wages, that guy ain't coming for less than 200 grand a week. And I think more.
No, but you were talking about how your new structure currently is and all that, trying to recruit younger into the Amarim system. He wouldn't work in an Amarim system.
Well, of course he wouldn't. Of course he wouldn't. What I'm saying is, as a goal scorer, though, you'd be foolish. I certainly wouldn't sit here if we signed him and went and go, absolute nonsense. This is what are we doing? Because I know that he's going to score goals for us.
Wolfie, that's reminded me. Do you remember when we met? We met at the William Hill event, didn't we? Do you remember the Man United representative?
Yeah.
And me and him had that raging debate, didn't we? Because he was going, bearing in mind, this was 2 years ago, Wolfie?
Nah, 3. It was about 3, wasn't it? Yeah, it's nearly 3 now.
Was it?
It was the end of the first season we came up, so it's coming up to 3 years now.
Right. We're sitting there, right? And this Man United fan, where everyone's talking about what their club would do. And I turned around and I said, look, I wouldn't be surprised if Harry Kane goes to a Man United, something like this. This Man United bloke goes, wouldn't want him. I was like, hang on, what? So I was like, you've got like Anthony Martial up front. Like, yeah, wouldn't want Harry Kane. He wouldn't fit. Sorry, the England captain that scores hundreds of goals.
Right. Bearing in mind, we've had to deal with Bedkhorst up top for us. We've had to deal with Hoyland coming in and stinking the joint up. For any Manchester United fan to sit there and honestly say with chest, don't want him, deluded. Absolutely deluded.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's absolutely that bloke was really angry, Wolfie, as well.
He didn't like me, did he? Because I was calling Man U out left, right, and centre. VAR was their top goal scorer. Yeah. And what was his name? O'Neill. It was O'Neill.
He was. I don't know. He was very angry. He was a very angry human being. It was good fun. I mean, look, guys, just to put this in perspective, by the way, I've just looked at their stats, their career stats. Chris Wood versus Harry Kane. Chris Wood has got 209 career league goals, of which a lot have been in the Championship. And he's got 45 international goals for New Zealand. If I then look at Harry Kane's got 369 league goals playing for Bayern Munich and Tottenham Hotspur in top leagues. And he's got 69 England goals. So Harry Kane's got 440 goals.
All right. So would you rather have Ronaldo or Harry Kane at Spurs?
What now?
If you had to pick, yeah.
Hang on. So Ronaldo as in Saudi.
Today, one of them walks through the door. Who would you pick?
Harry Kane.
I see what you just reeled me there.
So read me out Ronaldo's stats versus Harry Kane's.
Yes.
Well, Ronaldo's nearly 50. Like, what are we doing here?
What are you doing? Is the question. Yeah.
Hang on. Harry Kane's 31. Harry Kane's currently banging in goals in top leagues and top international tournaments and Champions League.
You read the stats out to compare, man. I'm just saying, okay, compared to another player who's still playing, who has more than him, the stats mean nothing. You're missing my point. I'm talking about profile of a fit in my club. And we literally just went on around and said who would actually take him. And the shortlist was Chelsea and maybe Newcastle. Like, none of you sat here and said all 20 would be queuing up at the door.
Here's one for you.
I think every club in world football would take him.
67 million for a 33-year-old.
Hang on. Apparently, it's 54 million next year. Apparently, it was 67 this year.
I wouldn't pay 30. I wouldn't pay 30.
For 54 million.
Do you know why it's crazy for me? Do you know why it's crazy for me what you're saying? Because Chris Wood and Harry Kane are the same profile.
Yes,
but
I agree.
10 times better.
Stop it, Roms.
I agree.
Similar profile in terms of they're both not quick. They can both hold up. They can both finish. But Harry Kane can just do it 10, 20, 30 times better than a Chris Wood.
Yeah, that's and my wife looks like Margot Robbie. You know what I mean? They've got the same profile. They're both blonde.
But that's my point, Roms. What we need at Forest is the next person who will take the mantle over from a Chris Wood for 3 to 5 years, something like that. Not a direct, not an improvement, but a like for like. You get what I'm saying? Like Chris Wood's 33. I'm not dissing Harry Kane. I'm not Harry Kane's biggest fan because my brother supports Spurs, so I never will be, right? But my point is, he is if you offered me Harry Kane and he was 28, then yeah, let's have a different discussion. But at 33, I've got a man who's scored more goals than Isak up front this season. If Chris Wood had gone on a run, let's just say Forest signed Harry Kane tomorrow, and Chris Wood had been scoring in the last 6 games in a row, would you drop him for Harry Kane?
Yeah. Harry Kane's superior at everything to Chris Wood. Of course you drop him.
Can I ask you a question, Wolfie, about Chris Wood? How long do you think realistically Chris Wood can continue? Do you think this is a purple season? Because I know he scored a few towards the end of last season, but is this something that you're expecting to end this season and you want the board to make sure they've got this young striker coming in now?
Yeah, I think he goes on for 6 months into next season. I think he'll pick up injuries. He ain't young, man. I think he turned the Forest fans in the chat will tell you, he's either 32 or 33, I can't remember. And this is my point. We haven't got someone ready behind him because if Chris Wood gets injured now, that's it. We have no goals. The majority of our goals are coming from him.
You know, there's a stat I found out the other day, though, which was astonishing.